The biggest issue right now with JJ McCarthy isn't a big deal, but it's not going away anytime soon. Let's talk about it. This video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use promo code ATOZ to get $50 in bonus credits on your first $5 play, and to stay tuned later this week for my picks on Sunday's Vikings game. Minnesota Vikings are in a tough spot right now. Their starting quarterback, JJ McCarthy, only has 2 NFL games under his belt, and he's already going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Just an absolutely brutal piece of news for this Vikings team that is already getting decimated by injuries. We still haven't seen the season debuts of Christian Darrisaw and Harrison Smith, and we have more players going out, including Blake Cashman and Aaron Jones on injured reserve. Now, it's not necessarily the end of the world to see these injuries, but with McCarthy, it's a big deal because he needs reps, he needs snaps, and he needs time on the field with the coaches to be able to fix some of these things while he continues his development process. And that's the big thing. We need to remember that this is a development process, and it's not going to be perfect right away. We want it to be. It never was. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that in the excitement leading up to the season. And one of the reasons why I tried to stay a lot more measured about what I thought McCarthy would do in year one. Now, let's talk about what he can be. And his biggest flaw right now really isn't that big of a deal. And as I mentioned at the top, it's also not going to go away. It's his mechanics. And when you watch him, you can see his back leg almost whip like a pitcher's. When you watch a pitcher throw, that back leg goes whoop over the top. And because it goes over the top, it helps them get a little bit more speed, and they're using torque in a different way. They're trying to throw hard in just a 90-foot area, 60-foot, excuse me. They're not trying to throw hard about 40 yards down the field, and that's the difference. So when you're a football player, you're trying to get the ball higher. You're trying to arc it. You're not throwing in a more downward motion like you do in baseball. So when you whip your leg like that, it can cause a lot of inaccuracies. And with McCarthy, that's one of his biggest flaws, and something that this Vikings coaching staff has really worked to correct. And when he does that, you see the ball going all kinds of different places. You saw the interception to Billy Bowman on Sunday night, the leg whipped. You saw the ball to Jalen Naylor, the slot fade, get missed, leg whip. And it's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. It's happening less frequently and less egregiously than it was during his time at Michigan and last year during training camp. But it's still there. Why? I remember when Tim Tebow came out of the NFL draft. And now we know Tebow didn't work out. But I remember a clip on SportsCenter where Tim Tebow was trying to fix his throwing mechanics. But he was trying to fix his actual arm motion to shorten it because he had such an elongated release. And I remember one of the coaches they were talking to specifically saying it takes 10,000 reps to make it a habit and muscle memory. And that's what we need to remember about McCarthy. It's going to take time to get this down pat. But the good news is he's improving. We've already seen significant improvement in that area from last year. And that's a good thing. But because of the lost time with the torn meniscus and because of the lost time now with the ankle sprain, it's going to take longer than we want it to. But we have to stay patient because everybody wants to have a developing QB on rookie contract until it comes time to develop that quarterback. It's not panic mode. It was a rough 7 quarters, let's just be honest. But there's a lot that's doing well when it comes to McCarthy. He's making good procedural decisions. The game is starting to slow down a little bit. He's not making these egregious throws. Now, the one interception was inaccurate, mechanic spaced. The other one was he threw it up for Jefferson because he thought it was an offsides. You can fix that. However, he's making good reads. He's going through his progressions. He's escaping the pocket when he has to. But he's also not being done any favors by both the offensive line and the play calling, which needs to give him more quick game opportunities. Throw slants. That first play against the Falcons where he threw that out route to Jalen Naylor, he had the leg whip there too. But those kind of throws, with Jordan Addison coming back, not this week, but next, he is masterful at running those really quick out routes. Just get him the ball, turn up field, get a few extra yards, and just keep moving the ball. We can't trust him right now like he's Kirk Cousins, like he's Sam Darnold, like he's a veteran in the league that understands all of these nuances and can get everything set at the line of scrimmage really quickly. He's still learning. Give him some easy buttons. Make his life a little bit easier. We don't have to completely take away everything, but just make it a little nicer. And if we do that, we're going to see some results quicker, and we're going to see him continue to grow. And that's going to be the big thing here. It's a rough start, but remember, it was a rough start in 2017 when the Vikings went 2-2. Then all of a sudden, they go 11-1 the rest of the way and make the NFC Championship game. Nothing's ever over until it's over. And this Vikings team will be just fine, and so will McCarthy. I'm Tyler Forness with ATOZ Sports. Skol Vikings.